Hello everyone! I hope you're ready for another adventure, because today Wayne continues reading that fantastic Mr. Fox. Always remember that as we go through these amazing adventures and read these outstanding stories, all you have to do is press the CC button in your YouTube link in order to follow along with the words. Now I think that Bumblebee will be perfect to join us for today's adventure. Now that Bumblebee's here, let's jump in. The Fantastic Mr. Fox, Chapter 3, The Shooting. Well, my darling, said Mr. Fox, what shall it be tonight? I think I'll have duck tonight, said Mrs. Fox. Bring us 2 fat ducks, if you please. 1 for you, and 1 for me and the other children. Ducks it shall be, said Mr. Fox. Bunks is best. Now do be careful, said Mrs. Fox. My darling, said Mr. Fox. I can smell those goons a mile away. I can even smell one from the other. August gives off a filthy stink of rotten chicken skin. Bunce reeks of goose livers. And as for Bean, the fumes of apple cider hang around him like a poisonous gas. Yes, but just don't get careless, said Mrs. Fox. You know they'll be waiting for you. All 3 of them. Don't worry about me, said Mr. Fox. I'll see you later. But Mr. Fox would not be quite so cocky had he known exactly where the 3 farmers were waiting at that moment. They were just outside the entrance to the hole, each of them crouching behind a tree with his gun loaded. And what is more, they had chosen their positions very carefully, making sure that the wind was not blowing from them towards the fox's hole. In fact, it was blowing in the opposite direction. There was no chance of them being smelled out. Mr. Fox crept up the dark tunnel to the mouth of the hole. He poked his long, handsome face out into the night air and sniffed once. He moved an inch or 2 forward and stopped. He sniffed again. He was always especially careful when coming out of this hole. He inched forward a little more. The front half of his body was now in the open. His black nose twitched from side to side, sniffing and sniffing for the scent of danger. He found none, and he was just about to go trotting forward into the wood when he heard, or thought he heard, a tiny noise or soft rustling sound, as though someone had moved a foot ever so gently through a patch of dry leaves. Mr. Fox flattened his body against the ground and lay very still, his ears pricked. He waited a long time, but he heard nothing. It must have been a field mouse, he told himself, or some other small animal. He kept a little further out of the hole, then further still. He was almost right out in the open. He took one careful look around. The wood was murky, very still. Somewhere the sky and the moon was shining. Just then, his sharp eyes caught a glint of something bright behind a tree not far away. It was a silver speck of moonlight shining on a polished surface. Mr. Fox lay still watching it. What on earth was going on? Now it was moving. It was coming up and up. Great heavens, it was the barrel of a gun. Quick as a whip, Mr. Fox jumped back into his hole, and at that same instant, the entire wood seemed to explode around him. Bang, 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 bang. The smoke from the 3 guns floated upward in the night air. Bogus, Bunce, and Bean came out from behind the trees and walked towards the hole. Did we get 'em? Said Bean. One of them shone a flashlight on the hole, and there was on the ground, in the circle of light, half in and half out of the hole, lay the poor tattered, blood-stained remains of a fox's tail. Mr. Bean picked it up. We got the tail, but we missed the fox, he said, tossing the thing away. Dang and blasted, said Boggett. We shot too late. We should have let it fly the moment he poked his head out. We won't be poking his head out anymore, Bunce said. Bean pulled a flash from his pocket and took a swig of cider. And then he said, it'll take 3 days at least before he gets hungry enough to come out again. I'm not sitting around here waiting for that. Let's dig him out. Ah, said Bogus. Now you're talking sense. We can dig him out in a couple of hours. We know he's here. I reckon there's a whole family of them down in that hole, Bunce said. Then we'll get the lot of them, said Bean. Get the shovels. Oh wow, things are really starting to pick up as we get into this adventure with the fantastic Mr. Fox. What did you think, Bumblebee? Yeah, I'm getting really nervous too. We'll see you on the next adventure, okay? And we'll see you on the next adventure, here with Wayne Reads. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye.